What's going on? It's Big John hollering at you from Delta Cam in Tacoma, Washington. About 8 or 9, 10 years ago or something like that, we started to see camshaft failure in the automotive industry, and it wasn't necessarily our cams failing; it was across the board. Comp Cams, Crane was still in business then. Everyone started asking around, what's going on? None of our processes have changed, but there's a flat tappet camshaft issue where they're failing on break-in and premature wear, where they're actually like self-destroying. So I think it was Comp that put together, invested some money and got started doing some investigative work and found out that the zincs and the phosphates, the soft metals, were removed from the oil, from the oil industry, as a request from the big brother in the automotive industry. The brand new automotive manufacturers requested that the soft metals be removed from the oil because they're getting burned up and plugging up the catalytic converters. Then they're eating a bunch of warranty on the catalytic converters. So the big brother at the automotive industry requested big brother at the oil industry remove those materials, the zinc and phosphates, which they did remove those, didn't tell anyone about it, and all of a sudden here comes all this cam failure. We're going on year after year, and then there's a bunch of break-in oils that have added zinc. We're running Maxim break-in oil. That's what we have here at the shop. Best oil break-in stuff. Obviously, I want to offer the best break-in oil to allow our product to survive, and that's what we still offer. We still have a warranty. No one else usually has warranties. So, and then after the break-in, then you can run the Castrol GTX Classic, which is a high zinc compound in actual oil. You run it long term the whole time. It's not just a break-in oil. It's actually a runnable engine oil you put in your hot rod engine, and you just run it 3,000 miles, do an oil change, do it again. And then we also have the Castrol Edge, which has the titanium in it, and that adheres to the walls, so basically eliminates any sort of dry start. If you have an engine that isn't run all the time and it sits for long periods of time, this oil will actually adhere to the cylinder walls, and it's the science that's involved in these oils nowadays is phenomenal. It's a petroleum based synthetic, so it's not just straight synthetic. If you have synthetic oil and you're out running around somewhere and you're down a quart and you need to put a quart in because your lifters are ticking or something, you have to find a synthetic oil to put in there. The Castrol Edge is it's a petroleum based synthetic. So you can actually just go to the auto parts store and get regular 30 weight oil and dump in on top of this Castrol Edge, and the two oils will blend and mix together no problem. There'll be no separation or whatever. So now we're starting to look around and try to find out what's occurring this go round, because as everyone that's running flat tappet camshafts knows, that there's a high rate of camshaft failure coming about again. And at first we kind of thought it was definitely a push to go do the Green New Deal and all the other stuff with the little battery powered cars and all that other cute stuff. But started looking around, the camshafts are testing okay. The camshafts are correct and everything. We are not having a problem in our shop because I sell an extra oiling lifter with every Camo lifter kit that we sell out of here. So I'm actually already eliminating a majority of the problems that people are having. And then, so I'm ordering some parts because this is one kit that a lot of people are having issues with, is actually from Jegs. So I ordered one so I could take a look at it. And the lifter looks good quality. I'm not sure, obviously I haven't taken it apart to look at the internals yet, but the one thing that I did notice, this edge right here is pretty sharp. It should be chamfered a little bit more to allow the leading edge to roll up on the lobe, and it seems to be a little bit sharp. So I'm going to, we have a fixture where we notch these lifters ourselves in-house. If you have a set of these and you buy a set, you can send them to us. We only charge 50 cents a lifter to put this extra oiling notch in here. And these actually, I thought they were probably going to be made in China, but you can see there, they're actually made in Mexico. And because they're made in Mexico, I've seen some tricky verbiage on the packaging. It says the components, the parts originated in China and they were assembled in Mexico. So you have to this one says actually made in Mexico. So theoretically, these are actually made in Mexico. There is a company called Johnson, and they still make lifters in the United States. These lifters are about $80 a set, I think, these ones. The Johnson lifters are like $160 a set. So they're pretty far out of the standard price category for what people got going on. But anyway, this is this is what we got. This is the, I tested everything. Everything looks fine. I'm going to put an additional chamfer on these lifters and cut that extra oiling notch that we do in-house. And then I'm going to send these out as a sample and see how they run and see if they can withstand the punishment that my customers put them through. They look like a fairly decent part. So hopefully it's just that little chamfer on the edge of the lifter face where it rides against the camshaft. That corner right there at that 90-degree outer radius is supposed to have a little bit of a chamfer radius on it, and there isn't. It feels pretty sharp. So I think that probably could be a majority of their issue. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned up and then send them on out. I will do another video when I hear back from the guy that I sent them out to as far as some results. I'll let you guys know. If you have any questions, shoot us an email at sales@deltacam.com. That is sales@deltacam.com. Thank you much. You guys have a good night.